How do you get involved in something like this? How do you get started? Oh, it's a turtle! I love it!
Alright, this is Milkshake, the milk snake.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, aren't those vibrant?
Welcome back. It is the Tuesday edition of the Kenny and JT Show, but coming up this Saturday at the Kent Memorial Civic Center, it's the one and only Kid Fest, Kenny. We're bringing it back. All kinds of family-friendly fun going on. Doors open at 11 a.m. Tickets are only $5. And man, do we have some entertainment for you, including our next guest.
Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you, Kenny and JT, for having us on the show. I really wanted my wife to come. She's the founder of Realm of the Reptile. 20 plus years ago, she did her first animal show as a 12-year-old.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
How do you get involved in something like this? How do you get started?
Well, she has a cool story, which is on our primary homepage on our website. But guess what I love about it is her brother was allergic to animal hair.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. And so she couldn't do dog training, which was one of her passions, was dogs and all things animals. But then she got into frogs, lizards, and eventually her mom let her have a snake.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so her
reptiles.
That started it all. Yes, sir. That's right. So what happened was her mother, Nancy Dubina, big shout out to her because her maiden name is Marissa Dubina, and she's from Canton. So just right down the block from the Hall of Fame. So she could walk out to, I don't know, those numbered streets. One of those numbered streets right there.
13th, 14th,
one of those.
Take your pick.
Yeah. And she can see the Hall of Fame right there. And Nancy was not a big fan of snakes. So.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
No one is. They scare the crap out of me. Did you ever watch Indiana Jones? They didn't tell me there's going to be snakes. I mean, how do you get involved in this thing, man?
Well, some people have a different opinion. There's a lot of people that are going to come to Kid Fest, and they're going to be all about the snakes. Okay. Here's why. They never poop on your carpet.
Nice.
All right, that's nice. They don't shed hair everywhere.
Minute. Maybe I want one. You're starting to win me over.
They don't bark at you whenever you're gone, or come.
They don't bark at the Amazon man?
No, they don't. They might hiss.
I might be sold.
But that's about it. No, they're pretty clean, pretty awesome animals as pets. We don't sell any of them. We don't sell any animals at all. But just as far as pets go, they're pretty awesome. They're beautiful animals. Their upkeep is pretty easy for most people. But back to Nancy. She wasn't a big fan of snakes, just like you. Okay. And then she was out shopping somewhere, and she saw one that looked like a giant worm. And it's about, I don't know, 13, 14 inches long. It was all brown. Didn't even have much of a face on either end. It's an Indian sand boa.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's right. Indian sand boa.
Sand boa.
It's the we still have this Indian sand boa.
Constrictor, right?
Yeah, that's right. Sandy.
So that's a constrictor, correct?
Yeah, all of our snakes are constrictors.
So how many snakes do you really have in, what do you call it, in your possession, I guess?
Yeah, in our possession, you could say that. Well, snakes, I'd have to count them. Maybe Kenny can count them online. But we have a couple that I don't think have made it yet, because we've got some new ones. So we're actually...
More than 10, 20?
Yeah,
I mean, are we talking...
Yeah, less than 40.
Because my real question is this. Is it's concerned to, doing a show like this, even though this is reptiles, what goes to my mind is what was real popular during the pandemic, obviously, and everyone's watching Lion King. Do you get a bad rap because of a show like that?
The Lion King?
Yes.
The newest one? Like the live action one?
Well,
or just mean like the whole story from Disney?
Well, it was like one of these things where we're taking exotic creatures and we're making them either pets or we want to take them out and, I don't know, benefit from what they are there for.
Well, if you think about it, they're going to live their life in the wild. And if you think about their wildlife, they're not really appreciated by any humans. Okay. Like, they're appreciated in the ecosystem, and that's super important, right? We have this one animal, Georgia, the gopher tortoise. She's a keystone species. So if you take her out of the environment...
So you're
the
teaching.
whole thing closes.
You're more teaching
Classes.
than just showing things.
Well, we blend, we oops into learning.
Okay.
So we're having such
Good.
a good time that the kids oops into learning. That's one of my favorite lines.
That's what's important, though, because a kid will learn if they're interested in something.
Yeah,
and I
curious.
saw your show last year at Kid Fest, and it's phenomenal because out of nowhere, all of a sudden, you get 40, 50 kids, and they're all invested. They're all interested in your message. So what do you have in store for us this Saturday?
Well, this Saturday, the one and only Emily Wilhite is going to be doing the show because it is Marissa and I's 5-year wedding anniversary on the same day. So unfortunately, Marissa and I don't get to go, but we're going to be having a good time. It's our anniversary. 5 years. It just poof. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
No? You married, Kenny? No? Well, to our listeners out there, married 5 years, and I feel like I'm like 22 years old. I'm 30.
Good for you.
31 now. I just turned 31. So it poof so fast. But I love Marissa. We have an amazing marriage relationship. I'm super happy. And Emily is going to be the one doing the show.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm just going to put a little plug. I think she's going to bring Sandy, the original.
Okay.
Yeah. But what we do in our shows, regardless of which animals, because we don't know who's pooping or shedding that weekend, so we don't promise any reptiles for any of our specific shows. It's just whoever is ready, who's ever on set, and all of our reptiles, they rotate. So some of them are getting breaks from being out on the road. Some of them aren't. It's their time to be on stage. So it just depends. And then also when we're doing annualized shows, so we have a lot of clients that maybe we'll do 3 shows a year for the same kids.
Oh wow!
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, we really want to change it up." I'm like, "Well, that's true, but we'll change it up for you." So we have multiple performers. We've got multiple reptile sets.
Neat.
We can talk about different things with all of them. So we try to keep the familiar quality while having variety and spontaneity. So for you guys at Kid Fest, I know you're going to have probably some new people that weren't there last year. So
Sure.
there might be a couple of the similar ones. But what we're going to want to do is really have that intention. You were talking about the engagement, where everybody just kind of sucks in.
Right.
And that's because of the speakers. We really do a great job training our presenters and performers to engage them with cadence and pitch and rhythm and be a good speaker on stage. Because, have you ever listened to like a really boring park ranger when you were like a little kid and you went and you watched
I'm
something?
sure, probably.
It's like,
Field trip.
Yeah, it's like, this is like the most interesting animal in the world and they're boring me to death with it.
Right.
Well, we like to flip that. We like to take something that maybe is mediocre or something that we don't have the most exotic snakes.
Yeah.
We're not getting a pit viper, all right?
Okay.
That's not what we present. We present maybe a corn snake, but we present it in a way you've never seen
Corn
before.
snake.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Jungle Larry when I was a kid. And Jungle Larry would come from the zoo, and he would do things, and he would show you different, types of species of different animals and everything else. But you, Andrew Hall, have realmoftheReptile.com, and you brought some of your friends with us.
I did.
With you today.
I did. I brought a couple ones.
I have an idea. We're having these kid races at Kid Fest, right?
Okay.
You know, one of those big giant tortoises?
Oh, yeah.
Can't we dress a kid up like a jockey at a horse race and put him on one of those tortoises and have some races? We put it all together. Kenny will be over in the corner, as long as he's not pooping and shedding too. Taking action on the races. Tortoise races.
I really wanted to enter my tortoise last year. It was right outside of the McKinley room was the kid race. Now I've got a kid. I wish maybe I could have brought him by and suited him up.
We pull this off, you won't want to go on that honeymoon that second, whatever it is. Trust me.
Maybe I can get my smaller turtle and put it on the baby.
There
and
you
then
go.
we can just do the baby.
I think it works.
All right. I don't know how much I can roll. Brian's still in here. Can I
Brian's
roll
out.
Is that okay?
Yeah, Brian.
Cool.
Pick up that snake.
All right. Cool. We're leaving that there. Let's start with...
Hey, Kenny, here's a good idea, by the way. He said, as long as the reptiles aren't pooping or shedding, they can't come. If you need an excuse not to show up, tell the boss that you're shedding. Yes. Can't make it.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
This is an Ohio native.
Okay.
All right. And I love this little guy.
Oh, it's a turtle.
Look.
I love him.
Look at this little guy. Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Boxy.
Boxy.
Yeah, Boxy the box turtle, right? Super original name.
What's he eat?
Pretty awesome. He can eat all different types of things. So he's an omnivore.
Okay.
Okay, and when I'm doing like school shows and stuff, we love to do a lot of school shows. What we talk about there is that they can eat all different types of things, right? Plants and
Snacks.
animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder, JT, if you like
Yeah.
some of the same foods that Boxy does. Let me ask
Well,
you.
yeah.
Boxy, what do you like?
What is he like?
Blueberries? You like blueberries?
Of course.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, what else? Oh, grapes. Kenny, you like grapes?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. What else, Boxy? Oh, live worms. You like worms?
Occasionally. Only if they're in the bottom of a bottle of tequila.
No, Boxy normally stays away from that.
Okay.
But more for you.
Okay.
So there you
Perfect.
go. What makes him a box turtle is this cool little line on his plastron, right? So we all know this is called the shell. Turtles can't leave their shell.
Okay.
All right. I just finished watching Leo last night. The new, I can't even call it a lizard movie because it's not even a lizard. It's a tuatara, which isn't even a lizard, even though they say that all the time. So anyways, I digress. Turtles can't leave their shells. They're a part of their exoskeleton, so to speak.
Okay.
You've got the carapace on top and the plastron on the belly. So when Boxy, did you want to go for a little run, buddy? Let's see if he wants to go for a little run. Come on, Boxy. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Look at that guy.
Can't get much
He's
traction.
coming right over here.
He's ready to go to Kid Fest.
It's
there it
okay.
is.
He's going to
Going
snap
to-
at me here in a second, I think.
No, not a snapper.
No biting.
But what he can do is he can tuck all the way inside of his shell,
Nice.
and he can close the door.
No way.
See how you don't see him anymore?
Yeah.
You see that? Let him pee all over this laptop right here.
Yeah, whatever. It'll be the first time.
First time a turtle did it.
Right.
It is. And actually, here, give this guy a little touch right here.
Yeah. How big will he get?
This is full grown.
That is?
They can
Okay.
get a little bit bigger, up to like 10 centimeters maybe.
Okay.
But right here, you see some different scars
Yep.
all over the scutes on his carapace. And that's because this was a wild-caught turtle a while ago. There was
Alright.
somebody who caught it from the wild for
Alright.
negative purposes, and they said, we're not going to take care of it, and they pawned it off on us, and we were like, I will gladly take care of this turtle. So we have. So Boxy has a really cool and interesting story. Love it about this.
Our engineer, Dale, just dropped off some paper towels just in case the turtle did do something.
Thanks, Dale.
Because electronics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is Boxy. Yeah.
Great.
That's right.
Love it.
So we'll put him back inside
That's
the
not,
box.
see, I'm not afraid of that.
No.
He's okay.
See, that's one of the things is that a lot of people, they treat reptiles like Indiana Jones movie producers. Right?
Well,
We're going to
of
scare
course.
you, right?
Right.
And there's a marketplace for that. You know, there's a reason to do that. People go to horror movie stuff and they want to be scared, and that's their form of pleasure. That's not what we do.
Right.
We do the family-friendly stuff.
All right.
We really want to help people have an experience and a memory. One of my favorite Google reviews we have is when they turn even the most squeamish people into fans of reptiles by the end of their show.
Okay.
Like,
You got
I
no
love
chance of doing that with me.
I know. But I'll try.
okay.
Thank you. Opposite. There you go.
Right.
Hey, fun fact for my Indiana
Yes.
Jones fans. If you want to find out, in California, they ran out of snakes for the big first scene in the first Indiana Jones movie. You know when there's like 1,000
Yeah.
snakes in that tomb? They don't use snakes. They use something called a glass lizard.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a legless lizard. If you go to my Meet the Reptiles tab, you'll see Sausage, the legless lizard.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So, a little fun fact for my Indiana Jones fans. You can fact check me. Google that. All right.
Has anyone ever reached out to you to get some of your reptiles in a motion picture or anything like that?
Yeah, they've reached out a couple times. Not, Ohio isn't exactly Hollywood, so we don't
Right.
come busting down the door all the time. But actually, one of our clients referred the Discovery Channel to Marissa for their
Okay.
female snake expert for
Nice.
Snaketacular. I think that was 2015 or 2016 when
Alright.
she did that show with Danny Trejo. Celebrity. Now, these two I absolutely love. All right. They are named Chuck and Walla.
Chuck and Walla.
And you could probably guess this. You want to guess what type of lizards they are?
Put
their names together.
Geico.
That's a
That's the only one we know.
They are
It's a Geico.
Chuck Walla lizards. Look.
That was going to be my second guess. Look at those little things.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
boy.
go. You going with the Latin
Where are
pronunciation?
these- where are
I
they
have no
from?
idea. Marissa wrote those.
If that turtle's from Ohio, where are these guys from?
These guys are from Arizona and Nevada.
desert.
Yeah.
Well, so they got to be loving this weather, right?
Oh, no.
Rain and 50 degrees?
They're looking at you.
Yeah, they're. Don't eat JT. What are you
No.
doing? Little tiny.
They
little-
change colors? No, they don't change.
They don't change colors. They get more of an exaggeration, kind of like we can get a tan and we can change
Right.
our colors. They can do that within a day, where the
Okay.
color of their scales will brighten or
Okay.
dim based off of the temperature or the direct sunlight exposure. So Chuck here is the male, and this is the friendliest lizard alive.
I'm sure he is.
He really is. You just put your hands straight out. I'm not going to do anything scary.
Yeah,
We don't do that.
I'm not going to do that.
Brian, you want to help me out?
Do what?
Yeah, just put your hands straight out. There you go. There you go. And then we're just going to set this nice little lizard right here. Isn't he
There you
super,
go.
like, chill? Super
Yes.
friendly?
Beautiful.
These lizards are herbivores. Chuck and Walla have been married for 4 years. Yeah, we got them 4 years ago, just pre-pandemic, I think. And yeah, they haven't bred or anything like that. They've just been great show presenters, and they're really
Nice.
sweet. Walla had a little bit more attitude whenever she came with us. Chuck, though, is the only reptile who will actually like scratch the glass and be like, "I love you. I want you to pet me." Like, he's actually a very friendly.
That's not what that means. That means get me the hell out of here. Doesn't it?
Good job, Brian.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
right.
High five, buddy. There you go.
Right on.
Excellent. Yeah. So, cool story that I'm stealing from Marissa is that she had a friend who inspired her to do good things.
Uh-huh.
And if you're a kid, or a big kid, as I like to call you two, right? Because we're all kids at heart.
Sure.
So that's why Kid Fest is open to everybody, right? There's not an age cap
Mhm.
on Kid Fest, right? So when Marissa was younger, she had a friend who loved Chuck Wallas, and she actually has a beautiful painting of a male Chuck Walla that she had always wanted as a pet. And then a couple years, like 1 year into our life, we found out that they were actually being properly sourced from the wild, because there's a little bit of an endangerment type of thing going on, where there weren't enough of them to take them from their population. But they can be accurately sourced now from the wild to be bred and put out into the marketplace. And the more people find out about these guys, the more people will want to take better care of them from the wild and as pets. Bearded dragons are really popular.
Yeah.
But they're Australian. They're not American natives like these cool guys are. And we have bearded dragons. We love them. They're really cool lizards as well. But Chuck and Walla, they're representing the US of A from Arizona.
They're like hanging out like that, one on top of the other?
Yeah.
Kenny, you see this?
Even the picture looks like this on
Okay.
our website. Yeah, they're buddies. And
You know.
these are both full grown. So the female gets about this
All right.
large, the male gets about that large. And yeah, they're wonderful.
Like a little piggyback ride.
Did you want to touch the back? Right
Yeah.
here? Just got a little pet?
And it's wonderful.
Oh, very
Do
good.
it again. I gotta take a picture.
See, it's all about the different type of lizard species, right? Because there's a lot of different lizard species, like the legless lizard, a bearded dragon, an iguana, a rhinoceros iguana, Chuck Wallas, I think a gecko, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can live for 15 years, I think. Pun intended. So, anyways, it depends. In captivity, so the Guinness Book of World Records for bearded dragons is 18 years. Yeah. You know, the Guinness Book of World Records for bearded dragons. I have a 17-year-old bearded dragon.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah, he was at the show last year.
Okay.
At Kid Fest.
But the tortoise can go...
Bloke on the website.
The tortoise, though,
can...
can get up there, though, right?
Oh, the tortoises can outlive you. You have to put them in their wheel.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a tortoise that was hatched in 2001. So she's 23 years young now.
Cuff and Link from the original Rocky movie are still alive.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my god.
I don't know where they're at, but I've heard that before.
Yeah. Turtles just kind of keep living until something takes them out.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big believer in teams, Kenny. And my portion of the reptile team is to educate the public and get them curious, but I have no idea about the studies. So we'll have to Google the studies.
So Canton Kid Fest is happening this Saturday at the Civic Center downtown Canton. $5 admission. Kids 3 and under is free. Doors open at 11 o'clock, and we're speaking with Andrew Hall right now. He's got the website realmofthereptile.com. And Andrew, you guys do this for like birthday parties. People can reach out to you for an event too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's all we do. We do not just birthday parties, but all we do is events. So schools, churches,
All right.
festivals, Kid Fest.
Fine.
Birthday parties, family parties.
How many a year
community events.
would you guess?
Between 200 and 400.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Well, we have multiple performers.
Okay.
Which is one of our coolest assets is our team, right? So I don't take phone calls anymore for bookings. We've got our booking
Okay.
team. We've got a social media expert who just deals with our social media
Okay.
stuff. Marissa and I are operating the business, trying to help on the expand side. We're really focused on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
So we're YouTubers. We've
Nice.
got 1,500 YouTube subs right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You consider yourself a handler, a zoologist, an owner. I mean, how do you qualify this or quantify it, I guess I should say?
I don't. I mean, anybody wants to come up with a title
All right.
like that, I'll take
Okay.
any of them. But for me, I'm just facilitator.
Okay.
Right? I facilitate these amazing
Teacher?
animals and
Teacher?
Oh yeah, people have called me a teacher before.
All right.
But yeah, when I'm teaching at schools and we come in to do like assemblies or classrooms, kids just oops into learning.
All right.
So we're there to entertain and educate and we just blur those lines.
What are you pointing at, Brian?
He brought your favorite.
What do you got here?
I know what's
brought
in
your
there.
favorite right
Oh,
here.
now you look like Jake the Snake.
This is milkshake.
Oh boy.
You don't like milkshakes? I mean, I'll put the milkshake away if you don't want to see. Come on,
No.
JT wants to see the milkshake.
They told me there wouldn't be any snakes.
Yeah. Who's they? I didn't talk to you.
Might have been Pam Cook. I don't know. It's not in my
Where is
contract.
Pam? She needs to get in here.
She's probably sleeping. She gets up at the crack of dawn.
You're right.
Before, actually.
All right, this is milkshake, the milk snake.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
There we are.
Yeah, that's close enough, yeah.
Yeah, aren't those vibrant?
Yeah.
We've got some
That's a
orange,
moccasin.
some black.
Is that a moccasin? Is that a
some
poisonous snake?
white. This is a very poisonous snake. No, JT, I'm not going to bring a poisonous snake in here. Or to Kid Fest, for that matter. So we don't have any poisonous. But fun fact for the listeners who are super nerdy and want to just, correct everybody. There are no poisonous snakes in the entire world. There are only venomous snakes.
Oh.
Right? So
Right,
poison
yeah.
is like when you eat
All right.
the berry and it's
Okay.
poisonous and you die.
All right.
Venomous is when it bites you and
Okay.
it's bad. So, at least that's my elementary version.
Good.
So, Milkshake the milk snake is just a beautiful little snake. They're great pets. This is almost full grown. That's debatable because some people say reptiles never stop growing, but
Okay.
they're really pretty much done at a certain size. So yeah, it's beautiful. This guy likes to give bracelets and necklaces at different birthday parties and
All
school
right.
events, etc. And this is trying to do something in the wild called mimicry. Out of habit, I was just about to ask you, like you were an audience, can you say mimicry? I can't hear your
Yeah,
audience,
probably.
because I get them
Mimicry.
involved in my show. So when kids, when they're talking back in not the sassy way, but when they're responding to you from stage, they're memorizing it better. So I say
Sure.
can you say mimicry? Say mimicry, and then they say it. So mimicry is that he's trying to look like the venomous snake called a
Okay.
coral snake.
All right.
That's what you were thinking of. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. But he's not. He is a milk snake. You want to know why he's called a milk snake?
Why?
Go ahead. Guess. But
I would say he probably excretes something milky substance. I don't know.
that's a good guess. I haven't heard that one before. That's a good guess. Okay.
I guess I was wrong.
Oh,
Ooh.
he's got a search engine over there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He was Google searching milk snakes over there and why they're called milk snakes. So these guys were found in the barns drinking, or what the farmers thought they were doing was drinking the milk. But they don't drink milk.
All right.
They drink water.
In Ohio?
No. Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico, Central America, they like it warmer.
Right.
The rainforest is one of their favorite places. We have a black milk snake, which starts off as a juvenile like this. As it's young, it's trying to do mimicry. As it gets older, it gets stealthier and it becomes like a 4 or 5 foot long snake. And those are found like upper echelon, what's it called? Elevation, not echelon.
Okay.
Upper elevation where it's really rainforesty and they can go hunting. All right, I'll put this one away. I can see my co-host getting a little bit like, oh, it's a snake. It's a snake. But here's the thing that a lot of parents think about when they're like, oh, I don't do snakes. Well, that's true, but do your kids do snakes? And like, if you don't want them to do snakes for a particular reason, that's fine. Like, I respect everybody's opinion. But a lot of times, you don't want your fear or anxiety. You want to help let your kids overcome that.
Right.
Because a lot of like the JTs of the world who are still scared of snakes,
Yep.
I'm picking on you now.
That's fine.
It's because, did anybody come to your birthday?
No. When you get to be my age, birthdays are a thing of the past.
No. When you were a kid, did anybody bring any snakes to your
No,
birthday?
absolutely not. It didn't exist in our world. That's why it's different now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with, I didn't grow up with a dog in my house. But it didn't stop me from getting one because they were abundantly everywhere when I grew up as an adult. These things, we didn't grow up with them. That way, a lot of times, preconceived notion is you should be afraid of them, but really you're not.
Yep. And they're nice snakes, and there's not nice snakes.
I'm sure.
And there's nice dogs, and there's not nice dogs. In fact, I've been bitten more by dogs than snakes.
Stay out of their way, they'll stay out of yours. Right?
Yeah. They can expect a long line. Because when I was there last year, I was looking outside, and I was like, wow, we've got a long line for people to get in. So get there early to get your tickets and to get inside, and you go do all the different things. I think it starts at 11. The whole event is at 11. Our show's at 11:30. So grab some popcorn, come get a front row seat for 11:30. We're going to be doing a 45-ish long presentation with 45 minutes of hands-on to follow for everybody that wants like a picture with one of our snakes. snakes, lizards, turtles. I'm not sure. Emily will be the one who decides that, depending on who's moody or who's not moody that
Sure.
day. They're live animals. We got to work with them. So,
Perfect.
yeah, that's what it's going to be. And we'll get through as many animals as we can in that 45-minute time frame. Bringing live volunteers up on stage, so somebody might get a snake necklace. Not
Nice.
usually. And then somebody might get, I don't know, a bearded dragon on their shoulder or something like that. We make it engaging, entertaining for everybody.
Interesting. Andrew, thanks again for coming in today and joining us. Canton Kid Fest happens this Saturday at the Civic Center, downtown Canton. $5 admission. Kids under 3 for free. And you will be able to take in the Realm of the Reptile in their show at about, what'd you say, at 11:30?
11:30 is when we kick off.
It's going to be it's a great time. Family friendly fun. You're looking for something to do with the kids. We'd love to see you this Saturday. Andrew, thanks again. We wish you the best. And hey, happy anniversary, brother.
I appreciate it.